The YWCA Charleston is dedicated to eliminating racism,
empowering women,
and promoting peace,
justice, freedom,
and dignity for all.
The racial justice and the elimination of racism has always been, for at least as long as I've known, one of the missions of the YWCA. Well, one of the highlights of kind of reinvigorating the racial justice program was the Charleston YWCA looking at the Race to End Racism. And it's done by YWCAs across the country, but we had the opportunity to do 3 live races prior to the worldwide pandemic. And those races really, to me, gave us an idea of how the city was accepting the race. For instance, the first year, everybody's walking around in their shirts, Race to End Racism. And I had said, well, we're having a race in Charleston, West Virginia, and I believe there are people who don't even believe that racism exists. And so people were a little timid as folks came together on Magic Island and on the west side of Charleston on the boulevard to initiate the race. But it was a feel-good moment. The second year, we had more folks, but I think people were ready. They weren't as timid and moving with the same trepidation that I saw the first year. And by the time that we got to the third year, there was the race, the 5K and 1 mile walk. And really what happened that day was magical. It was almost like the whole atmosphere of the city was transformed for that time that we spent together, and that everyone was on one accord. And it was just a magical moment to have the numbers of people, hundreds of people that were there, all to make a stand against racism and make a public stance. It's really quite easy for people to sit at home and say, I support this or that, but people who came out to make a public stance, folks from every walk of life, from judges to the littlest child who was able to kind of ambulate, were there. And I believe that truly was a coming together of the city of Charleston that I had never seen before. And the feeling that it gave me personally was that this is how we begin to make not just symbolic change, but substantive change. When we come together and we can celebrate, but then we can also embrace the differences, but also embrace the humanity that is within all of us, and knowing that we're one people.
The YWCA Charleston is dedicated to eliminating racism,
empowering women,
and promoting peace,
justice, freedom,
and dignity for all.